This is your complete guide to Madden 25 Ultimate Team. This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. A huge shout out to EA for letting me capture this Madden 25 content early. Whether you're new to Madden 25, haven't played in a while, or are a seasoned Ultimate Team veteran, I promise this video will help you get better at Madden Ultimate Team. These are the tips you need to build the best Madden Ultimate Team as efficiently as possible. Keep in mind, this is a work in progress build and not the final version of Madden 25. Jumping right in, one of the best things that you can do to effectively build an Ultimate Team is to utilize as many free players as possible. And the best place to do that is under the Live Events tab in the Madden 25 Field Passes. With a year of the Field Passes under our belt for Madden 24 Ultimate Team and a little bit more exposure during college football, we have a pretty firm grasp on what the Field Passes are going to look like going into this year. And here are a few tips on how you can master the Field Pass to get the absolute best value out of it. My first tip on Field Passes is to make sure you're prioritizing what you do based on deadlines. The first and most important deadline is going to be daily deadlines. During your season Field Pass and during other promo Field Passes, you'll see that you'll have a daily tab where there are objectives that you can do every single day to earn XP. In this case, you're earning season XP. The next deadline you want to pay attention to are when certain Field Passes archive. What that means is that a Field Pass will basically expire. It will convert to your active Field Pass into an archive where they're no longer active and you can no longer earn the rewards within it. There are a ton of different awards that you can earn from Field Passes this year, including strategy items, packs, season tickets, coins, and as I already mentioned, this is the best place that you're going to be able to earn free players. Now, completing various objectives like team stats, individual stats, earning challenge stars, and completing sets, you will earn a promo XP that is specific to that Field Pass. That XP will then contribute to the total XP of the Field Pass, where you'll earn rewards along the way at different various XP objectives. One important thing to keep in mind is that within each specific objective, there are also sometimes going to be tiered objectives within that objective. So for example, at the bottom here, you can see that recording 1,000 rushing yards with one Ultimate Season player will earn you 3,000 Ultimate Preseason XP. But in this case, I only have 1,500 XP available because I've already earned the first 1,500 by completing 250 and 500 rushing yards. So make sure that when you're factoring in how much XP you have to your next objective, you're not factoring in 3,000 more XP, but only 1,500 left from rushing yards. Now, as you earn more coins by completing your Field Pass objectives on your way to earning more free players, you may be tempted to spend those coins on packs. But our next series of tips are going to be on the most efficient way to spend your coins so that you're getting the absolute best value out of them to build the best team possible. Now, even though opening packs is fun, it may not always be the best way to spend your coins. But if you're going to open packs, I like to open discounted packs. And throughout the year, you're going to see tons of different types of discounts. A lot of times we have daily discounts where there's cheaper packs that you can open every day. There's special discounts that will be noted on the pack where if you buy one pack, you can get two free. But if you're the type of player who wants to open as many packs as possible, I highly recommend making sure you at least open platinum packs where you're going to get guaranteed coins out of those packs rather than taking the risk on pulling players that you need. With that being said, I highly recommend the best way to spend your coins is to go right onto the auction house where there's tons of different things you can do. If you follow my friend Up and Adam Gaming, he's going to show you every way that you can go onto the auction house and flip cards for a profit. But for me, I like to go directly into the catalog, find a specific player that I want, and then go to the auction house and purchase that player. Which leads me directly into my next point, which are tips on how to buy specific players to take your team from a 69 overall all the way up to a 99 overall by the end of the year. Players are often tempted to buy the highest overall cards the moment they come out because they're the newest, the shiniest, and the most desirable cards in the game. But smart Madden Ultimate Team players know that overall is not nearly as important as specific player stats. For example, I would take an 80 overall wide receiver with 81 speed a lot of times before I would take an 82 overall player with 80 speed. Now, of course, sometimes there are cases being made where a slower player with better stats might be better, but focusing on specific stats and more importantly later in the year, specific abilities are where you're going to get the absolute best value for the players that you're buying. But when do you know that it's time to go out and replace a player on your team? Once again, many players like to just go out and buy the newest player just because they're new, they're higher overall, or they have better stats. But even though overall and stats are important, my general rule of thumb with buying a player is not to replace them when their stats seem outdated, but rather when their play on the field seem outdated. So just because a cornerback is slower or has worse zone than the best new card out in the game, I try not to replace them until they're getting beat deep over the top or are consistently getting beaten by receivers. Another great example is offensive line. Sometimes you'll notice that a player, even though they're low overall, is just holding up well. And other times you'll notice that they're getting shredded like Swiss cheese, and that's the time to replace the player, not necessarily just because a better overall player is out. And my last series of tips is that when a new game comes out, Oftentimes, new mechanics come out that completely change the game. And this year in Madden 25, I've been fortunate enough to test out some of these game mechanics where if you master these, even if you don't have the best overall team in the game, you will beat the vast majority of your opponents. The switch stick is a new defensive mechanic that is going to increase the skill gap on defense exponentially more than you have ever seen before. All you need to do is have your user in a zone assignment, the ball in the quarterback's hands, and if you see a part of the field that's left open, you flick your right stick towards the player in that area, it will switch you onto them, and you can manually user them to cover that empty zone on the field. This mechanic will be an absolute game changer, and it will take your game to the next level if you can master how to switch stick in Madden 25. And that reminds me that one of the best tips you're going to have to become a better game player, especially if you're not constantly paying for the most expensive players in the game, is that practice mode is your friend. Ultimate Team practice mode is a place where you can go and practice creating some of the best plays in Madden Ultimate Team and mastering new mechanics such as the custom stem. This is a brand new hot route in Madden 25, and just like the switch stick on defense, this is going to elevate your offensive game to the next level, create a skill gap that is going to help you beat your opponents regardless of overall. The custom stem is an all-new hot route that allows you to do exactly what it sounds like. Customize the route stem on many of your offensive players and routes. All you have to do is hit Y, select the receiver who you want to adjust, click and hold LB, and then use your left stick to adjust the route stem to wherever you want on the field. So if you have a really good out route, but you only have 10 yards to go to the first down, you can adjust that route stem so that the player is running past the first down. This will not only help you develop routes to where you need them to be on the field, but it will also help you more easily find open spots on the field. This is a mechanic that will easily take you from a good player to a great player if you learn how to master this. But this also raises the question of what routes do I pick to custom stem and what playbooks are those routes in? I like to follow my good friend Colt45 in the Virtual Lab Partner Discord, where he provides a ton of the best gameplay tips in the Madden community and gives a lot of good advice on what playbooks to be in and what routes to utilize in them. But if you're not into taking gameplay tips from other players, I recommend you hop into practice mode and do not just select the playbook of your favorite team, but hop on the Twitch community, watch YouTube videos, see what playbooks other players are using at a high level, find formations that you're interested in or that look good, or just go into playbooks that you like and look for high-powered formations that have routes that you can't find in any other formations or playbooks, because those are the unique factors in a playbook that will separate you from other players. And then spend time in practice mode utilizing the custom route stem to see what types of different cuts you can get these routes to make and what different types of coverages that these routes beat. The more unique routes that you can find out of high-powered formations are going to help separate you from the players that you're playing. And this is even more important when you're the type of player who doesn't always have the highest overall or the most overpowered team. And one of the absolute best ways to make more coins in Madden Ultimate Team is to win more games. So to quickly recap before Madden 25 Ultimate Team even comes out, some of the best things you need to focus on this year are going to be utilizing and earning as many free players as possible, spending your coins wisely and only upgrading your team when you need to, and mastering the all-new game mechanics with Madden 25 Ultimate Team that will take you from a good player to a great player. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch, where you can follow my journey to build the best Madden Ultimate Team without spending a single dollar this year. And make sure to always check in with any questions you have, because I love nothing more than helping the community become better Madden Ultimate Team players.